to the Exceptional Conservative Show live from the nation's capital. When you think of a godly, solid man, I can only think of a very few men in America that line up with that particular definition. This man, not only a military veteran, but a committed citizen to the great state of Indiana, has long been a voice of conservatism and traditionalism in America. I want to introduce to some and present to others the great Emery McClendon. Good evening, sir. It's a tremendous honor to have you here with us tonight.
Hey, good evening. It's very nice to be here, and really appreciate the honor of being able to come on the show tonight.
Listen, Emery, you have been a stalwart for the conservative movement for a lifetime. You were also a part of the Tea Party experience. I got to ask you, what attracted you to both those particular lines of movement?
What actually attracted me was growing up as a child. I don't know if you've ever read my walkaway story, but I questioned a lot of things that my parents taught. My mother was a precinct committee chairwoman, and she was a very avid Christian. But for some strange reason, the values that she taught us and the things that she taught us didn't square up with her being a Democratic Party precinct chair lady. And I questioned a lot of that. And because of that, it made me do a lot of research. And I come to find out that, hey, my values square more evenly with the Republican Party and conservative values than they did with the Democratic Party. So therefore, I had to depart and follow the truth.
Now, did that cause a great deal of duress within your family, within your framework of friends, your lifestyle, your livelihood? How did that impact?
Yes, it did. It brought a lot of friction. I was called a traitor, of course, and Uncle Tom and an enemy of the family. I got into a lot of riffraff with my brothers and sisters, and that even exists until this day.
Yeah.
But I don't let that bother me because I know that I'm on the right road, I'm on the right track, and lo and behold, I am able to talk to my younger brother. He is very open-minded, and he's changed and swung completely over from the left side to the right. But the other members of my family, I'm not able to persuade them at all. They are staunch people who will not listen to reason or to facts. You know, they have their minds made up by the media and so forth. So yeah, it causes a lot of problems at family events when I'm invited. Most of the time, I'm not invited anymore because,
I know the
like they
feeling.
always tell me, we don't want to hear your point of view.
Exactly. I know that point of view. I know that feeling. Uh, Listen, Emery, you have served our country. You're a tremendous veteran. You are a great speaker. I got a chance to hear you in Washington, D.C. at a Tea Party event on Capitol Hill. You recently visited the White House. You could be doing so much in terms of relaxing and enjoying the betterment of your retirement. Why is it that you have decided to run for office?
Well, I tell you, it's a heartfelt thing. I love my country. I love the values that our Constitution and our founding fathers set up for us in the Constitution. The rule of law in America is great. It made us exceptional. It gives us an opportunity to be what we can be to the best of our ability if we only seek after and pursue the American dream. You know, they never wanted us to sit back and rely on the government. And I never want to sit back and rely on the government. So as I grew up and got into the principles of conservatism, it gave me a drive and a will. And that combined with my spirituality, you know, knowing God and wanting to serve Jesus Christ, it gave me a will to do more and more, not only for myself, for my family, but also for my fellow man. So therefore, I got involved in the movement, and it became like a fire that was lit under me. And that fire cannot be quenched. I know that God has a work for me to do and continue to do until the day that I leave this earth.
Now, in Allen County, Indiana, uh, I would think that that would be a region of the country that is just staunchly and steadfastly locked in to the conservative movement that literally aligns itself with the Bible Belt, you know, going to church and strong traditions, going to work. Is that the case in modern day Allen County, Indiana?
Yeah, Allen County is a relatively conservative county, with the exception of probably the proper city of Fort Wayne, which is the largest city in that county and the seat of the county. But and it's also the second largest city in the state of Indiana, second only to Indianapolis.
Yes.
Allen County is the largest county by land volume in the state of Indiana. It's a huge county, and it's a very conservative county. And people here have traditional values. They want to live their lives and not be bothered and pursued or directed how to live their lives by the government. Um,
Hmm.
the county government is pretty much conservative. The city, as I said before, is
Yeah.
somewhat split. We have a Democratic mayor, but we have a um, um, just I think one seat or so majority in the Fort Wayne County Council or Fort Wayne City Council.
City count. Yes.
And right now, our county council is made up of a pretty good mix of conservatives over the Democrats. But things are starting to change because a lot of the younger people are want to swing over and slick their way into the Republican Party by claiming to be something that they're not. And this is somewhat what we have going on here in Allen County in this runoff race for this empty seat. We have a candidate that is a staunch Bernie Sanders supporter, voted
Yes.
for Obama several times, and also has donated money to the Sanders and the Obama campaign. Because the call was put out to fill a vacant seat, they entered the race wanting to fill that seat under the stealth identification of a Republican. And most of the people are very upset about it because they know that this person is not. And I didn't find out about it until about Thursday of last week. And I thought about it and I said, hey, I don't know what to do here because our party chairman, because of a lack of anybody else stepping up to the plate, endorsed this person.
Wow.
And most of the precinct committee people are really upset about it. So as I thought about it on Sunday night, I decided I can't let this happen. I cannot let our county go down the drains. We become a little Chicago or a little Baltimore or so forth. I have got to stand up because we do have a nice county here. We have low tax rates. We have a lot of programs that are good, but the government is not far and overreaching on the public here in Allen County. And I don't want to see that trend. Don't want to see that trend start. So I stepped up to the plate.
I am so very proud of you. We're all so thankful for you. When I saw that this morning, I jumped for joy and I raced and I said I need to have Emery on tonight because your campaign is. I've always told people in this particular process, and we've spoken about it as well, that every conservative's race in America is not a local one, even though they have the greatest impact on local laws. Uh, our races are national, and people need to support you nationally. You have an election date of what, next Tuesday? Is it?
Yes, it's Monday, Tuesday, Monday of July 6th, and it's a runoff, and that's good because I only have to convince 19 people to vote for me, and actually I don't even have to convince all of them. All I have to do is get a majority. So we have 19 precinct committeemen that are going to vote. I have spoken to 15 of them. I haven't been able to talk to the other ones, and so far it looks like they're all swinging over my way. And matter
Awesome.
of fact, I just got off the phone. I just got off the phone a few minutes ago with two of them, and they are tickled to death. They said they followed me in the Tea Party movement. They followed me in the things that I've done with the Heritage Foundation and Americans for Prosperity. They've also followed me on Facebook and saw some of the things that I've done in Washington, D.C. and around the country. And they're tickled to death. And they said they were so enthused and happy to see that I stepped up to the plate because they know for the last 30 plus years, I have been a person of my word and I've
Yep.
held to my values and I have not changed. And one lady I talked to earlier this afternoon, she said that she was very displeased with what's going on within the party. And when she found out that I was running and she knew who I was from looking up my information on the internet, she definitely said that she was going to swing over my way. And then I have other officials in the county, in the state, and even on the national level contacted me saying that, hey, we're glad that you stepped up to the plate to run for this position, and we wish you all the best, and we hope you win. And I think that it can, and I think that it will happen on next Monday. We just got to keep grinding away and talking to the different precinct committeemen. And when the election goes down on Monday, there's 3 people right now in the race. One unfortunate thing that has happened in this race is that the GOP chairman of our county has openly made the statement that he wants a black person to win. And that's one of the reasons why he endorsed this young lady, because he thought that no one else would step up to the plate. He didn't know, he said, of any other blacks that was living out in the county. And hey, from my experience, I have only been living out here. I lived in the city up until last July. I moved out here, well, actually, for the first 20 years or so at my other residence, I was in the county and we got annexed. So I eventually moved again a year ago, and I'm in the county again. And I changed all of my addresses and so forth. And they should have known, but they claim they didn't know. So They know now. So I went down and filed my candidacy today.
I think that's simply awesome, Emery, and we're praying for a vast majority, if not unanimous, victory next Monday for you. There are those who are across the country saying Emery McClendon ran for local office. He should have run for Congress. Why is it important to win the local electoral offices in America?
Well, all politics start local. And I have pondered other positions, city council, school board. I have pondered state senate. Matter of fact, I was put my hat in the ring for the state senate a couple years ago. However, there were like 9 candidates that were running. And several of those candidates I knew and were very good friends of and had worked with. So I bowed out, and that was one of the reasons why I bowed out. Another reason why I bowed out is I couldn't get party support for the position, being the only black candidate running for that position. The other people were very popular. They had been in the city council for years. Another one was the sheriff of this county. So I was up against a hard fight, and I didn't want to start political with a massive defeat. So I bowed out, and I said, I will wait until something else comes along. Well, I was waiting for maybe like the school board or a township position to come along, and then lo and behold, this opportunity arisen. The person that held this position was forced for a situation to resign, and there's 29 months left on his term. So this would be an excellent opportunity to let the people of the county see where I stand, to see my credibility, and to give me an opportunity to learn the process from the ground level, and then perhaps move on up in the future.
Exactly. You're going to be responsible at your level, and a lot of people don't understand why local politics is so vital in terms of building that pipeline towards Congress. You'll be responsible for grooming the next person who is behind you, and making certain that those individuals take responsibility. Now, in your particular district, 51% of the area is women, basically. So women are the majority here. Are there things that the women in your particular district are gravitating towards? Is that good? Is it bad? Is there a need for redirection?
They are two or three of the women that I talked to today that are precinct chairmen, plus from some of the feedback that I'm getting and looking at the things that are going on in the county, they're worried about the county itself. They want our expenditures to be held accountable.
Yep.
They want a person in this position that's not going to throw away our money and bankrupt our county. they have some national concerns because a lot of them are unaware that, hey, this is just a county position, but it's a very important position because the Allen County Council and all county councils, for the most part, are responsible for the budgeting of the county,
Hmm.
for your tax rates, for salaries, for your county employees. They look over and oversee what the county commissioners pass as their resolutions and their laws, and then they put the stamp on them, yes or no. They also are responsible for the budgets and everything for county education and other matters. So it's a very important position, and it's a position where you can learn a lot and move on from there. And yeah, you're right. The women, they do have some particular concerns, as far as I spoke to several people today that are concerned about funding for abortion and funding for Planned Parenthood. They don't want that to all of a sudden become a big budget item because we have basically cleared out every single abortion clinic in this county, and they're gone. They're gone. And I served on the board of Allen County Right to Life, and I'm happy to have been a part of that. Um, I stepped down due to health reasons
Yeah.
about 6 months ago. But now that my health is better, I spoke to the our chairman here. I told her I'm going to get involved again and rejoin the board. I've marched in the March to Life,
Yes.
and I really support that, and I think it's very important. And I don't want to see expenditures like that in our budget either to support the killing of our, especially black babies in the black communities.
Exactly. Emery, there are those who are watching you nationally, across the country, and first and foremost, because you are a man of elder statesmanship, you are someone I look up to in terms of this particular movement. And I know that Lonnie Poindexter and others look to you for your leadership and your strength. Um, there are those who say, you know what, it's too small a position for me to start my career at. Why is it so urgent that conservatives get into the counties and into the local offices per se? What particular principles are needed at this time, especially in an era when people are talking about defunding the police?
Yeah, that's a very important question and a very good question, and that's one of the reasons why I decided, rather than trying to get into a congressional job right away,
Hmm.
community and what the needs are, so that you can take those needs and those wants to a larger, such as a state rep, as a congressman or senator. And if you don't have a core, if you don't have a feel of what your community is looking for, it's going to be a whole lot tougher to do that on a national level, because you're not only going to be representing the people in your community or your district as a congressman or a senator, you're going to also be representing the whole of the United States.
Yes.
Simply because you say, I am a representative from the state of Indiana, district such and such and such, the laws that you propose, the bills that you vote on, have an adverse effect on the whole of the United States. And that's very important. So therefore, you can learn a lot in these local positions, whether it be city council, county commissioner, state representative, or state senator, and then moving your way on up the ladder. And it's kind of ironic, because I got a message today, a text message from my congressman. He says, "Boy," he said, "I'm glad I'm not running against you."
Right. Emery
And
McClendon.
believe me, at one time I had decided that I would run for um, U.S. representative. But I think that, just like a baby, you've got to step one step at a time.
Yep.
And I'm not AOC to just jump in a position and start running off at the mouth and making all kinds of crazy statements and whatnot, and making a complete um, mess of myself on a
Exactly.
national level. I want to learn the ropes, and if I go to Washington D.C. or unable to go to the state house, I want to be able to go there on firm footing and make sound decisions for my constituents.
There are those who are worried tonight, and well, Indiana shouldn't be, because, like Wisconsin, it's attracting every business out of Illinois it possibly can get. But there are those tonight who are worried that there is a potential for a second shutdown, and then potentially as a result of COVID 19, and then an exasperation of the economic duress because people would have to raise taxes. Are you making plans or considerations for higher taxes in Indiana? Which should be done to prepare uh, an opening for businesses to move out of Illinois to Fort Wayne?
Yeah, I think that our state, from the governorship on down, and I've talked to our state legislators and several township trustees, people who handle the needs of people who are in need. They are saying that we don't really need to raise taxes. What we need to do is get an even flow of money.
Yep.
We all realize that what Ronald Reagan said back when he was president works. You get the government off the people's backs, you lower taxes, you give people incentive, the money will flow back into the government. So that's what we need to do, first of all, first and foremost. If we get into a crisis where we have to raise taxes, it should be a very minimal raise, and we should look at other alternatives first. You just can't keep some people and knocking them down in their pocketbooks when they're going out trying to work hard to make a living, provide for their families, and if you continue to tax them out of existence. We already see very tax rates in America, and thanks to our president Donald Trump, he's given us some reprieve, and some of the former presidents have given us some reprieve. But we need to figure out ways to, with our American public, to help them, not defeat them in what they're trying to, as far as the American dream goes.
There you go. Emery, how can people get in contact with you and support your campaign? What do you need? What can we do besides pray? Because we always pray for you and your well-being. What exactly should we be doing to help you on next Monday?
Well, what they can do is text our local GOP, the Allen County GOP, and say, hey, this is a man that we've known. If you like if you like the things that I've done over the last 15, 20, 30 years, let them know it. And they are reading the Facebook within a short period of time after, do it on Facebook, do it on Twitter, do it on MeWe, do it on Parler. I'm on all of those. Look me up, Emery McClendon. Also look up Allen County GOP, look up Fort Wayne, look up, our state government. Send out some tweets, send out some social messages on social messaging, and let them know that, hey, this is the type of person that we want to see in government, not a person that's going to put a burden on us. In the short period of time this morning, like you said, you saw it come up, I was up to over 400 hits and likes.
That is simply awesome.
This is not an open election. It's a caucus. Only have to worry about 19 people. Like I said, I've already spoken to 15 of those, and out of the 15, the majority of them have said, you are a breath of fresh air, and we are definitely going to support you. And that made me feel real good. So, and that also lets me know another thing too. Just like when Barack Obama was elected president of the United States, it was a lot of people on the other persuasion that put him in office. We couldn't have done it on our own as black people. Yep. So the people watch you, they know you, and they want to judge you by the content of your character, not by the color of your skin.
There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the man for the nation and for Allen County, Indiana, Council 4th District candidate Emery W. McClendon. If you are one of the 19, this is our assessment of you. We will grade your strength by your support of this man. And this nation is a strong nation when you do support Mr. McClendon. Ladies and gentlemen, the next county representative, Emery McClendon. Thank you so much. We look forward to you coming back after your victory to tell us all about it.
Okay. I really appreciate it, Kenneth. And I miss you guys. Next time I come to Washington, D.C., we'll have to go out and have lunch again.
I know. We got to do that. We got to do that. And actually, I have a great love for Indiana because my eldest daughter, who was killed 5 years ago, uh, actually attended Ball State University. So I have a great
Oh,
affinity
wow.
for Indiana, and I love Indiana. And I'm wishing you the very highest of success there. And we'll be following up. And this particular segment has been recorded. We will be sending it to the Allen County GOP tomorrow morning so that they can support Emery McClendon as the person to fill the vacancy that remains on the next 29 months for that post. God bless you, sir. Thank you so much for all that you have done for this nation and for the people of Indiana.
I really appreciate it. And thank you very much. And by the way, you mentioned Ball State. I serve on a board also with a program called It Is Well With My Soul, where we sit down and hash out racial relations and things that can make our community better. And so kudos to Ball
Awesome.
State.
Awesome. Thank you so much. God bless you, man.
All right. God bless you. And thank you very much again.
There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, Emery McClendon, what a joy. What I'm telling you, your district, 4th district, y'all got a great man. I'm telling you, y'all should. It shouldn't even be a consideration. Y'all should just hold the thing today and just say, okay, done, done. He's in. He's in. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back with more of the best in urban conservative talk after these commercial breaks.